Okay, so let's talk about this problem here. So we want to know, are these two triangles congruent? If they are, how? And if so, find the value of x. So let's start out looking at this. I've got a 1 side, a 2 side, a 3 side. So that definitely tells me I've got side, 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 right? So are they congruent? Yes, by side, side, side congruence. And, if we labeled these and named them, we could give, like, the names for them. But, here we don't have to, because our goal isn't to show that they are. Our inevitable goal is, hey, if they are, well, then find the value of x. So if we look, this 3x is between the 1 side and the 3 side, this angle. And this 2x plus 1 angle is in between the 1 and the 3 sides, so we know that they're the same. So we can set them equal to each other. Well, let's subtract 2x from both sides and get x equals 1. And that's all there is to this one. We determined if they're congruent and how. And since they were, we found the value of x. We did everything that the problem asked us to do. So let's move on. And let's talk about today's lesson. We're going to use right angle hypotenuse leg to show that two triangles are congruent. How are we going to do this? We will identify a right angle pair, a hypotenuse pair, and a leg pair. And they'll, each of those pairs are going to be congruent. So here's a little bit of information. The hypotenuse is always the largest side of the right triangle. And we can always identify it. If we see the right angle, we just go across from the right angle to the other side. The two legs are the two shorter sides. All right. It does help to always take your triangle and put it in a format that you like to use all the time. Like, I usually do it kind of like this, or sometimes I'll have them like flipped backwards. I'll either have them like they are here, or I'll have them with the Z and the R pointed to the left instead of to the right. Either way is fine. It's just a matter of you picking a way that you like the best and sticking with it while you need it to be comfortable, But like all the other congruence postulates that we've done, there's three things that you need, side, 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 angle, side, angle, side, angle, 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 side. Always three, right? Here we need three too. And even though they only call it hypotenuse leg, the whole point is that there's a right angle here too. And that's why I personally always call it right angle hypotenuse leg. Because I like there to be three things. Look at the conditions. We've got a pair of right angles. That's thing number one. The triangles have congruent hypotenuses. That's thing number two. There's one pair of congruent legs. That's thing number three. In order to do hypotenuse leg, we have to make sure to do it this way. Find these things. If we don't, it's not going to be hypotenuse leg. It might be something else, but it won't be hypotenuse leg. So these are the three things you need specifically for this theorem right here. Let's talk about that. So we want to know which triangles are congruent, and how do we know? So What's going to help us is to transfer our information just like we've done in all the other ones, right? Well, we've got A, C, D. Let's fill this one out first. AC has a 1 on it. And if you look in this picture, CD and the one on the other triangle, they're a reflexive pair. So CD will be our 2 pair. I'll put that right here, right? And then angle D is our right angle. And now you'll notice what I have here is not a right triangle. That's okay. I didn't want a right triangle this time. I just put it like this because this is the shape that I'm given for triangles. If you want to draw a right triangle, you go ahead and do that. That'll be fine. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the information, the little diacritical marks, and I'm going to transfer them over here. Then I'm going to label. We've got C, D, and B, right? Well, where's C? C's in between the 1 and the 2. D is on the right angle, and B is the other one. So, if you look, is the hypotenuse? Yeah, this is the hypotenuse, right? Do we have legs? Here's the leg. And then do we have the right angle? Here's the right angle. So yeah, I can do this with hypotenuse leg. And again, because I split them up, it's cool for me to just call this angle angle D, right? Here's my right angle pair. My hypotenuse pair is side AC and side CB. And finally, the leg pair, CD and CD, right? Okay, so that's all. Now, obviously, when you do it on the homework, you're going to give reasons for your statements. Like, how do I know that I have all these things that I need? Well, the right angles were given. The hypotenuses were given. The leg pair, this is a reflexive pair, so it's the reflexive property of congruence. And then since we've got the right angle, the hypotenuse, and the leg, I know, now I'm going to answer this first part. Triangle ACD is congruent to triangle BCD, right? And this is, how do I know? By hypotenuse leg. All right? Okay, so once again, it does help to identify what's going on up in here. I'm gonna put my 2 lines on this reflexive pair PR and RP here. And then I'll start with the triangle on the left. I'll call it PSR. Why not? So, along PS, that's your 1. PR is your 2. And the right angle is this thing. So now let's transfer this information over. Make sure that it is in the right spot. Well, what's in between the 1 and the 2? That's R. What's on the right angle is P. And this leftover 1 had better be Q. Hey, everything fits properly, right? So, are they congruent? Well, it looks like they follow our standard right angle, hypotenuse, and leg. So, triangle PSR is going to be congruent to triangle RQP. P, Y. Yeah? And so, our right angle pair, angle R is congruent to angle P. Our hypotenuse pair, SP and QR. And our leg pair, PR and RP. Okay? Now, sometimes it's not going to be exactly what you want. What am I talking about? Take a look here. So, with this one, we're talking about these two triangles, right? So first of all, we've got a bow tie shape that tells us we get these angles are congruent for free. So now let's work this out. Well, hold on a minute. This doesn't look right. This isn't right angle hypotenuse leg. I only have the one pair of sides. So what am I going to do? Well, okay, maybe I need to readjust here. Maybe I need to readjust. Let's not have it be like this. Let's have it be what we're used to when we have two angles, because we've got two pairs of angles. So we're looking at angle side angle or angle angle side. So let's put the one angle over here, the two angle over here. And we got here's B, this is C, this is A. We got E, we got C, we got D, right? Well, this is an angle angle side. This isn't hypotenuse leg. And that's fine. I mean, it doesn't matter, but a right angle doesn't automatically mean that you're doing hypotenuse leg. So you just got to be careful. So here it's like, okay, well, right? It's not going to necessarily be so that we're going to use hypotenuse leg for every one of these, because it just, some of you are going to be like, oh, right angle, we better use hypotenuse leg. No, doesn't have to be. It could be. You might be able to, like, if they gave us other information, maybe, yeah, we could use hypotenuse leg, but doesn't have to be, right? So try this one. And again, remember, having a right angle does not mean that it has to be hypotenuse leg. Alrighty, so let's go over this one. So here, if you look, all right, so we got a right triangle. We can actually use the vertical angles to transfer the right angle over, right? And then we've got the hypotenuse. We got it over here. So we've got a right angle pair, we've got a hypotenuse pair, but we do not have a leg pair. They don't give us any legs. So the thing of it is, we can't actually do this. There's not enough info. So can we say that these two triangles are congruent? No, we cannot. So that's as far as we can go with this one. All right.